What's up guys, welcome to another video. It is just a couple of days until Halloween, so we thought we wanted to do something appropriate for the holiday. Today we're making Halloween decorated cake pops. I asked you on Instagram what you wanted me to make, cake pops or cookies, and cake pops barely won. We wanted to make cake pops the most, so I'm really happy that those won. So that's what we're making. I'm thinking now we should have had some sort of costume on to make this even more Halloween themed.
Maybe
but I chose a Halloween appropriate color. So.
And I haven't.
No, he hasn't. We couldn't really decide what we wanted to make, like in terms of light or dark cake. So we decided to do both. So we're making one chocolate and one light cake.
Yeah,
it doesn't really have a name here in Norway. We found a cupcake mix. So this is what we are using for the light cake. This one is, it tastes amazing. It's so delicious. Last time we made cake pops, we actually made the cake recipe from scratch. And if you have the time, that will probably be better. But we wanted to make it kind of quick because this video will be about the decoration, not the cakes. So for the chocolate cake, we chose this one. I have never tested this out before. I found it in store and it looked delicious. But like when I just tasted the cake, because you have to taste the cake before you use it, I think I would have chosen another one. But this is a winner. It smells so good and it tastes so good. That can only be amazing. And I'm assuming that the chocolate will be as well. So that's what you're starting with. You make the cakes, and then I've seen a lot of people use like finished frosting. I couldn't find that in like a buttercream frosting. So for making our own frosting, we use butter. I think this is about 100 grams. And about 150 grams of cream cheese, and we will have powdered sugar in with this. And you want both the butter and the cream cheese to have room temperature before you mix them. That way they will mix so much better. And you should use an apron for this. But I like taking chances.
And most of the time when you gamble like this, it doesn't really pay off.
No, This is a workout, so make sure you use both hands.
And how much icing sugar, you just kind of have to gauge.
Yeah, so you can just taste it as well. If you want it sweeter, you just have more.
And why are we adding this to the crumbled cake?
To make it moist.
Say that again?
Moist. For us not English speaking people, the word moist isn't really it's not bad or good or anything.
No,
Would you agree?
Yeah, sort of, but
You're English speaking. So.
Yeah, so it just sounds weird.
And you just taste it and add more if you want it sweeter. No, I think that's good.
It is?
That's good.
Thank you.
This is the best part, like when we were kids and our parents made cakes, or my mom, because my dad never made a cake, to lick these, the favorite part.
And then reuse them straight away.
Yeah, and the most loved kid could lick the bowl.
That was me. It was me, I promise.
If you also have a lack of mixing bowls, you will have to transfer this into a smaller bowl. Last time we did this, we like crumbled the cake by hand. But online, just before we started this, I saw someone use a food processor. Should we do that or should we do it by hand? Okay?
Okay. Want me to help you?
No! No! I had that on my own. You want the pieces really fine because then the dough will be fine. So we'll just crumble up a little at a time.
Yes, you want that kind of crummy consistency.
Yes.
looks like ground coffee.
You wish.
I do wish. I actually would love a coffee now.
Ground coffee cake.
Ground coffee cake.
You can never taste test it too much. That's a rule amongst us cake chefs. Okay, now we have both cakes crumbled. We didn't use the entire chocolate cake because it was enormous. So we used like 3/4. I'm not really sure how much frosting to use, but I will just start with some and I will see if the consistency is good. You want to have like a dough-like consistency, kind of like Play-Doh, I think, so you can shape the balls. And yes, I have clean hands. And if you have a drier cake, you will have to need more frosting. If it hadn't been for Matt and the camera, I would probably just...
I would have done the same.
So that's the dough. Okay, so now we are going to use a cookie scoop and we're just going to make equal sized balls and roll them out, put them on a plate. This is just a board with parchment paper and we will have that in the fridge for it to settle and become a bit more firm. Okay, so we have rolled out the light ones now, and for the light ones we want to make ghosts, and some of them will also be eyes. For the ones that are going to be ghosts, we want to shape them kind of like this.
And it's kind of like a dome.
Yeah, and we will have a face on it. And I think you can also like push like this. So you can see that it will start to get kind of like a ghost shape. You will just put it on the plate and you will just push it down so the bottom of it gets like straight. And when you take it up, you just want to push to make it a bit uneven.
So it looks like this, what do you call it? The skirt?
Yeah, the skirt of the ghost, yeah. While the cake pops are in the fridge to set and to firm up, we can start melting the chocolate. We have 5 of these plates with white chocolate, so 500 grams. So we'll see if that's enough. And we have some chocolate, like some dark chocolate. We are going to put black in this and use that to make like the face and stuff. And we're going to use some orange coloring and put into some of the white chocolate to make the pumpkins. We also have some candy melts in green. We're going to use these for the eyes, and we will probably also use some of this for the pumpkins.
Yes, yeah, so we're going to melt that.
Yeah, I hadn't heard of candy melt before I actually researched this, and turns out a lot of people use this to coat the cake pops. Last time we used chocolate and white chocolate. We found that chocolate tasted so good, it was really delicious, and we bought these and we tasted them, and these taste like hay. They taste like a straight up rabbit cage. So I'm happy that we went for white chocolate because I think that will be so much better. But yeah, we have these for the eyes and the pumpkins. We will show you how we plan to do that. So I will start by melting this in the microwave. And I will just have it in like 30 seconds, stir, 30 seconds, stir, until I get the consistency I want. We are making the orange coating now for the pumpkins. So just white chocolate with coloring. So what you want to do with the pumpkin is you want to just flatten them a bit, because pumpkins aren't completely round, so just flatten them a tiny bit. You can do this to make the pumpkins even more pumpkiny. to make those lines in there. So you do that with a straw.
That looks great.
Like this. So you take the cake pop stick and dip it a tiny bit into the chocolate, and then you dip it into the pumpkin, and then you want to let that set a bit before you put the entire thing into the mixture, because it needs to set so the cake ball doesn't fall off. Now I'm just going to start to cover the pumpkins, and you want to make sure that you're tapping off most of the chocolate, otherwise this will run down the stick. For the eyes, while the white chocolate is still soft and warm, you want to put one of these green candy melts on it like this. So that will become kind of the eye color, and we will make the black in the middle very soon. It's sometime later. These things take so much more time than you think they will, and you need more than you think you will need. That's just learn that from us. You can never have too much chocolate to coat them in. We had 500 grams, that was not enough. So I had to go down and buy more chocolate, and they didn't have more white, so I bought regular chocolate and I colored it black, so we're making the final ones black.
That looks great.
And we ended up also putting a lot of the cake pops just down on the plate instead of having them up, because that was a bit difficult to have everyone standing like that in the fridge. Also, another lesson you can learn from us: have enough room in your fridge or have a freezer. Our freezer is completely full from London, and our fridge is always full because we have a lot of food. So we had to take almost everything out to be able to fit these cake pops.
And also, like, try not to do too many things at once.
Yeah. Okay, that was so much better. The first one was kind of... I chose the prettiest pumpkin for the first try. Never do that. Take the ugliest one first. Yeah, so this is regular chocolate with black coloring. Ooh. First of the ghosts. Should some of them smile?
Yeah, you could do.
Friendly ghost.
A friendly ghost. Make a friendly ghost and see how that goes.
Yes.
It's a friendly ghost.
It's a friendly ghost.
We had some leftovers, some white cake pops, and Matt improvised and made these. I think these are probably the coolest one of all.
No.
Yes.
It's difficult getting that arch.
And while he's doing that, I'm putting the veins in the eyes. it is now the next day. Yesterday we did this for so many hours. We finished at 9 or later, and it was pitch black outside, so the lighting in here was really bad, so I wanted to do the B-roll today. So that's why we're doing like the final segment today as well. And that's the taste test.
The good parts.
Yes. And if you're wondering, this is how we store them. It's not pretty, and most likely some of them will be a bit ruined maybe, but it's what we have a place for in the fridge.
Yeah, and we were originally going to take them over to your parents today.
Yeah, we were going for a mini Halloween dessert, but that got cancelled. So now we have all of this for ourselves. But I'm pretty sure you can freeze these. Which one should I taste test?
Oh, I think you should go for the eye.
Okay.
Yeah, go for it.
Even though this is like a cake mix or a cupcake mix, I think this is just as good as the ones we made last year. Do you want to taste a chocolate one?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, we made these and they look much better than the one I'm about to take, but yeah.
One of the bad ones.
One of the bad ones, the bad batch. Oh my god. We added more cocoa to the devil's cake mix, so it's like really soft, moist and chocolatey. Oh my god, that's good. Yeah.
And we did taste both of them yesterday. We're not gonna lie.
No.
Which ones are your favorite? The light one or the chocolate?
Oh, you know what? The contrast is bigger on this one, but I really like the muffin mix.
Yeah, I agree. While you're at it, you want to sign off?
No.
No? You can just say goodbye.
Goodbye.